realest.
Boy, I come here to get busy, and it won't be no different from all the previous killers. I don't miss with this, rap tighter than a Nike shoebox with socks is a Christmas gift. Can't swap a verse with me, I'm a saint till I ain't. Then somehow you shank with a fleur-de-lis. I don't need an army to arm me in me unless it's plenty. Don't care who do this or did it, I'm still gonna do my did it, coming with it. My people love me cause that's what I give them. Yeah, I bump heads with them, but I bust yours for playing with them. I cut the line to get in front of who you thought was next. I'm usually humble about this, but this ain't the time for that. So as long as these rappers know it ain't safe trying to try me, then hey, les éléments sont brûlés. You must not know I get out. I don't know what you come to do, but I come to do my thing. I don't know what you come to do, but I come to do my thing. Stop playing with me.
All right, y'all, welcome to the Hanging with July World. We got two speakers up here. We got my dog Justin Jackson. Got my dog Petty. I still call you Petty no matter what. That's how I met you. That's what your name gonna be.
For all y'all.
Well, but I'm gonna let Justin introduce himself. This is first time on the podcast.
I'm Justin Jackson from BR. I'm probably the youngest dude in the group. I'm only 23. But I know a lot of sports. Been a sports head since I was a kid. I watched Sports Center all day when other kids had cartoons. So I'm ready to roll.
All right, go ahead and introduce yourself, Troll God.
Wow, the man that needs no introduction. Y'all know me. Hashtag the Troll God, Mr. Run the Fucking Play. Sean Carlos, man. Originally from Leonville, Louisiana, now reside here in Houston, Texas. Probably one of the older guys in the group. I just turned 43 on Tuesday. Appreciate all the birthday shout outs there from everybody. I'm a whole different type of debater. I know sports. I've been around sports scene for decades. I don't use a lot of stats. Sports is common sense, bro. A lot of you boys debate based on pride. I break it down to common sense and basic numbers. With that being said, it's my first podcast that got me on the hot seat. I'm here to work. Let's go.
I like it. I like it.
All right, well, you got anything to say before we get into this, Will?
Nah, man. You know, I'm just on with it again, dog. Ready, man. I think we got two very knowledgeable guys there, man. I'm excited to jump on this one with them, man. And learn some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Throw some nuggets out there too. You know, but it's right, man.
All right. We're gonna jump into the hottest topic in the group right now. The Lamar Jackson versus Kyler Murray. We're gonna talk about that for a little bit before we get to anything else. I'm gonna start with you, Petty. If you're starting the team right now, I mean knowing what you know this year. If you're starting the team right now, who would you pick on the team first? Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray?
Who would I pick based on the stats I know as far as each player from the first game in the NFL to present day?
Yes, sir. The first game they played in the NFL from today, based on what you know, who would you pick first, Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray?
I'm kind of biased on that one, and it's for a reason because I know Kyler has potential to be one of, if not the best mobile black quarterbacks in the NFL, but I got to go Lamar. I mean, until Kyler wins that NFL MVP, has that breakout year, then I can't put him over Lamar. I mean, you're looking at Lamar coming into the NFL, round one, 32nd pick. How many quarterbacks got picked before? Welcome to the new America.
The app is easy. I got my card information, everything in that.
You getting Papa John's?
Nah, Papa John's. I like myself.
Hey, who all had went? Who Petty? Sean, you had picked Lamar, huh?
Yeah. Everybody else going with Kyler, I think.
Yeah, he shot me earlier. Earlier in the day.
Y'all thought I was going Kyler?
I mean, that's where I was going. So I just
nah, bro. Lamar a little bit more proven until he win that MVP.
Are y'all ready to start back up again?
Yeah, we can go. Cause I can do this at the same time.
I'm just going to give my opinion. All right, y'all. I'm gonna just go ahead. I like to do things like this. Basically, I mean, if you, I heard somebody say this on ESPN. I don't think, I think it was Ryan Clark. I think, I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and look. He said if you put Kyler Murray on the Baltimore Ravens, would they be even more dangerous? Like honestly, if you put Kyler Murray on the Baltimore Ravens, would they be more dangerous?
Like right this second.
Like right this second, if you take Lamar Jackson and switch him with Kyler Murray, will Baltimore be a better team than they are right now?
I don't
The
think so.
the way they're playing offense, I do,
I don't think so.
because you can't really throw outside the numbers with Lamar right now. His accuracy dips a lot when you go outside the numbers. So you got guys like Willie Snead, who's a great 10-yard out route. We seen him. He was in New Orleans. That was Bree's favorite route. Was him. Was either that corner route or he did that out route a lot. Then you got guys like Hollywood Brown, who's a speedster down the numbers. He's pretty
True.
much hard to use because Lamar goes 10, 15 yards down the field. He's looking for a tight end or he's trying to get out the pocket. So you got Greg Roman, who had Kaepernick back in the day. Cap was gunning that thing all over the field. So from there, he's limiting his own offense because he's trying to run basically the offense from Louisville, but with NFL players. That's why Hollywood's complaining. I mean, Lamar's complaining now, talking about they calling out his plays, which is not as abnormal as he made it sound. But that's something that you got to work on. And with Lamar's inability to throw the ball outside the numbers as well as he could, he's slowing out his own offense.
Okay, so
Um,
basically, you saying if you put Lamar on Arizona, that offense would it look? It wouldn't look like what it looked like now.
No,
yeah, no, not a,
no.
no. Yeah, yeah. All right, look, this is my take on it, Kenny, based on your question. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Lamar Jackson. Don't get me wrong. You know I'm a big Kyler Murray fan, man. Go Sooners. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, um, as great as I think Kyler Murray is, I don't think Kyler Murray is as great of a natural runner than Lamar Jackson. So I don't think he would thrive in that system that's built for a Lamar Jackson type of guy. If you look at it, every point that you made was correct. But the team was built around tight ends, having tight ends in there to make the easy throws. Run the ball, make the easy throws, play action throwing to the tight end. Lamar thrives right there. Do I think Kyler can be successful in that system? Yes. But their system is built around a Lamar Jackson. I feel like Kyler Murray is better than Lamar Jackson because I don't think Kyler Murray has to be tied down to a specific scheme. I think he's scheme proof. Like you can put him in whatever scheme he can thrive. Because he can run the ball, you know, he can get outside the pocket and make accurate throws. He can throw downfield accurately. Like I don't really see a weakness in his game. I mean, if we being real, Kyler really is the total package. Lamar Jackson, in my opinion, you have to scheme and game plan specifically to enhance his skill set. Whereas Kyler, you can put Kyler on any NFL team right now, and I think he'll thrive. My
Okay,
opinion.
well, what's your thoughts, Petty?
So y'all gonna sit here and tell me with Lamar Jackson not having no legit wide receivers last year and leading the NFL in touchdown passes and having two perfect QBR ratings, that if he goes to Arizona with weapons at wide receiver, that he wouldn't be as deadly as Kyler Murray? Are y'all
If
No.
they scheme
serious?
around it, if they scheme around it,
Are,
not not
are
not
y'all
not
serious?
outperforming it.
Lamar,
If you
Lamar,
place
Lamar was one of the top passers in the league last year with no legit wide receiver. And y'all telling him to Arizona with wide receivers and he's not gonna produce? Are you
Arizona
kidding
don't have
me?
that running game though, bro. You gotta realize when you running the ball effectively with the guys that they got and the way their offensive line built, man, look, you running the ball play action, yeah, man, I would probably throw it to Hollywood over the top of everybody sitting in his eye, right? You know what I'm saying?
That's my thing. Coming in as a defense, you know he don't have no wide receivers. It's easy to game plan to limit your plays to pass plays, little slants to the tight end and run plays. You know what to look for. You know what they coming in doing, and he still leads the league and it still led the league in doing it.
So you don't
Yeah,
think the attitude is built
they know
around him?
he's going. They know he's gonna run. They know he has no wide receivers. Yet he still led it in touchdown passes and had 1,292 rushing yards last season. And they knew this coming into every game. And y'all gonna sit here and say if y'all send him to Arizona with weapons, DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald, that he's not gonna be a threat at
But
quarterback? Come
look,
on,
this
man.
this 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 the point
Come
that you're
on,
missing.
man.
This the point that you're missing. You looking at it from a Baltimore, Arizona standpoint rather than a scheme standpoint. Um, he can't fit in that scheme is what we said. This scheme that's in Baltimore is getting Washington. That's not the same offense they was running with Flacco was there. They had a true threat. And obviously he's fitting to my God, man. I forgot everybody's name on the call. Like Willie Snead. He can't get Willie Snead the ball consistently. You know what I mean? That's why his game plan to have everything right there in front of him. Man, look, you gonna hand the ball off, you gonna run the ball, you gonna throw it to Mark Andrews, Hayden Hurst, or Ball. That ain't the way it was. And when the safeties come down, because everything's right there, I'm like, Hollywood, we going over the top. Hollywood pissed off because now I feel like I'm a superstar receiver and I ain't getting enough value. Hollywood really a defense. Man, that safety come down in the back, man, look, definitely gonna take that shot to you. Other than that, man, the Mark anything, Mark Andrews, Nick Ball, whatever the dude Ball, man, I ain't know so now. I think it's Nick. Is that his
I think
name?
it's Nick. I think it's
Yeah,
Nick.
he garbage though, but you know, too much for that.
Wow. There you go. I ain't gonna argue with you on that one, but I just I'm gonna have to respectfully agree to disagree on that one, man. I think Lamar goes to Arizona with weapons that they give him time to learn the offense and get some time in and
But
some rhythm between him and the wide receivers. Arizona could be just as deadly. You
but
mean
at
to
the
tell me
same
Tyler?
time, I don't think it's a scheme. Like he's saying, I don't think it's a personnel thing with Lamar. I think it's a scheme fit because we had the same scheme in San Francisco with Cap when he had Anquan Bolden. He was a throwaway from a Super Bowl ring. It was the same scheme, but instead of they switched it to make it more of an inside game to match Louisville, what they did with can't think of a little bit of coach name. It's Petrino. Petrino ran at Louisville. They used the tight end a lot. They used the back out the backfield. They ran almost a wing T out of the pistol because he really wasn't throwing the ball outside the numbers. If you watch the game against Clemson, he was in college. He threw his 3 picks across the outside because you can jump his underneath routes. They're not going very far. I don't know if it's a throwing motion thing. I don't know if it's a mechanics thing, but he starts to miss when he goes outside the numbers.
I will say that his accuracy was way off at times last season. He was either spot on or all over the place, and
And
they still.
and that's my concern because even if you have weapons, you can have all the receivers in the world. If you miss, the receivers don't matter. And so that scheme in Arizona is built like the old air raids from college, except he added a run game because you can't throw the ball 55 times in the league. But he added a run game from the air raid Kingsbury, and a lot of times he leaves Kyler completely by himself in the open field until he figured out.
Hey, I'm just put my 2 cents into it. I ain't really give my opinion. I'm gonna give Kyler the slight edge. Um, Even though I think Lamar Jackson is a better athlete, he probably one of the best athletes in the NFL. I just think when playing the quarterback position, you have to be able to throw outside the numbers effectively. And having DeAndre Hopkins and Larry Fitzgerald and Isabella, whatever his name is.
Yeah, it's
What's his
Isabella.
name?
It's Isabella.
Isabella. Oh yeah, Isabella. I know he fast though.
Fast as hell.
Yeah.
That little dude
Yeah, I know
got
he
I don't know.
fast.
him and
He
Kirk
got
be
he got
flying.
wheels in his shoes or something because that boy got skates.
Him and Kirk be flying.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
got the balance.
I don't think Lamar Jackson would be the kind of threat Kyler Murray is in that Arizona system. But I think Kyler Murray would be close to the threat that Lamar Jackson is in Baltimore, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna give Kyler Murray the slight edge. But like Petty said, Lamar Jackson, he do got MVP. So that's a big argument.
Yeah,
MVP in this,
and not to mention he won that MVP with very limited weapons.
MVP in the second year.
I wouldn't say limited weapons,
I think the
because he
scheme
had
is limited.
Name one wide receiver on that Baltimore squad that was anywhere close to Larry Fitzgerald.
But you got to realize the wide receivers is not that's not his
I
game.
mean,
They
yeah,
team
yeah,
are running backs and tight ends. And
I
if you
understand.
play running backs and tight ends, he had what based on the scheme.
I understand y'all giving him his knock for not being able to throw outside the number, but if you don't have a legit receiver that's capable of making that pass outside the numbers, how you gonna hold that? What receiver was a legit outside the numbers or deep threat for Willie
Right.
Snead? He was a third string receiver for the Saints.
Hollywood, bro. You put Hollywood down with an Aaron Rodgers or Brady. Hollywood would have a great. I stand by it. You put him in Houston with Deshaun Watson. Hollywood box office, man. Hollywood nice.
Hey, Hollywood is nice, but every wide receiver one is only good as wide receiver two. If he ain't got another wide receiver on the other side that's allowing him separation and one-on-one coverage, his target is gonna get limited.
Mark Andrews is gonna do. Mark Andrews is throwing the safety in the middle of the field. How
Mark,
is that?
Mark Andrews, if I'm not mistaken, caught the majority of their passes last season.
He did. That's the
especially in the
thing.
red zone.
Yeah, he was benefiting from that big and them pro set formations. Everybody looking for the runner. You know the wide receiver only in there to block.
And then they run
He,
it out the
he
pistol so he can run everything.
you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Yeah, but
Exactly.
Mark Andrews saw the most one-on-one coverage. It's easy to double team a wide receiver if he's not a legit threat.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up with that topic, y'all. That was a good little debate we had going there. But I want to get into another topic. I want to talk about this MJ versus Isaiah Thomas thing.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
my
Wow.
Oh
my
boy.
my opinion.
I saw Rip put a post up today. Ew, yeah, I got to go look at that one again. Do
Hey,
some more research.
this my opinion about it. Isaiah, he's kind of right. He's kind of wrong. The Pistons did dominate the Bulls. Like it wasn't even close. Like the Pistons, when it come to games, like Pistons won way more games. But when Isaiah Thomas said head to head, he dominated MJ. And when he said the Bulls wasn't competition, that's what that's what rubbed me the wrong way. The reason being because the Bulls dominated the Knicks throughout the 90s. Throughout
Hmm.
the 90s. I heard MJ said playing the Knicks was battles. even though he beat them all the time, he said that was battles. He ain't never come out and say Patrick Ewing wasn't competition. Like to me that just shows disrespect. And
Yeah,
I just
Isaiah, go ahead.
I just think Isaiah was wrong. I never seen the interview. I know Shannon Sharp probably asked him about it because you know how Shannon Sharp is. So he probably asked him about it. But yeah, I think he could have just said we dominated the Bulls. We dominated Michael Jordan and the Bulls.
Dude,
Like when
and left it at that, bro. Isaiah is like that one employee that's trying to get the benefit the credit for everybody else doing work. They dominated the Bulls early on in Michael Jordan's career, but that's because they had a more complete team. Early on, it was just MJ and Pip until they got that juice. You had Isaiah, Mike Dumars, Benny Johnson, Rodman, Lane, Bill. Them boys had a lineup, bro. That Jordan had to go against. Back then, the East was stacked. But it
and
wasn't
then
it wasn't it wasn't it wasn't just Isaiah Thomas holding Jordan down. It was Jordan against
uh,
the whole Pistons lineup. And on that note, y'all gonna have to start grading MJ on that same curve because we never bring this up in them GOAT debates. Y'all always talk about what Jordan did over LeBron, but y'all never bring up that segment of Jordan's career. We're gonna say that for another topic, but yeah.
all right, what you got, Will?
Man, look, this is my thing, dog. I kind of see it both ways. I'm gonna take that comment with Isaiah. I don't look at it as a sign of disrespect because I don't think he meant the head-to-head matches that he dominated MJ. I don't think he meant it like you looking at my numbers versus MJ numbers. I'm gonna keep it real. If me and you played Madden, you know what I'm saying, tonight, and I beat you 3 out of 5 times or whatever, and I win the season 6, I don't care how close the game is. I whoop kid, man. Like that people beat on people beat on.
Facts. A dub, a
See, the
dub is a
problem is
dub.
the problem is I think people want to be people hate when people that not politically correct. See, I'm not a politically correct type of guy. So how I come off is just how I come off. I don't think Isaiah Thomas meant it in that light, but I think it came out like that because I mean it is what it is. Jordan probably was in the locker room, man, bought a mixed garbage, man. But when he get to the media, where it was a tough battle and man, people got
Oh,
him.
of
But you
course,
know
of
he ain't
course,
gonna. Man,
of
you
course.
know what it is. Hey, that's how I feel, dog. Like, now we all know, man. Man, Isaiah Thomas not no gold debate and nothing like that. So we know Isaiah Thomas is not the better player than Jordan. But we know the Pistons team was a better team than that Bulls team. Jordan was the best player on the court, but that was not the best team. And that's how I took the time, and that's how I took the statement. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he. I mean, he would be a fool, man, to think that he dominated Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying about himself. He'll be a clown, a real life clown, man. He thought this. I'm not about to believe somebody who is an executive of a franchise and he was also a former head coach. Is that like stupid, bro? He's not an idiot, bro. There's no way. Nobody make you believe it.
Hey, I like I said, I never watched the past podcast with Shannon Sharp, but when you go back and look at it, because I seen all kind of people posting stats and memes and all kind of stuff. Like Detroit first championship season, when they first won the championship, the Bulls was the only team that beat them in the playoffs. Like they swept everybody.
Right, right,
Like,
right.
and the second championship, the second championship year, I mean, we don't know what could have happened, but Scottie Pippen, if he show
The
up and if he not
migraines.
have migraines, that's a game seven that could have been different. And as soon as the Bulls became a complete team, and people say that Isaiah Thomas had injury or whatever. He had an ankle injury, has an injury that held him back. But at the same time, if the Bulls wouldn't have beat the Pistons, they would have three-peated. They would have three-peated.
I
So
mean,
they
I agree with that, man. I just think I don't like getting into the Pippen head mind. I don't like getting. We can go out every playoff series. We can go to every NBA championship. There's gonna be something that we can call out and oh man, let's put an asterisk by this for such and such. Hey, or this is going on. Or this person got ejected. Or so. I don't look at it like that. I think, but I do say it coincides together with the Bulls beating the Pistons as the Pistons getting old. I mean, to me, Jordan was the best player. I don't care what anybody say. He was the best player when you're looking at Detroit versus Chicago. They had the better team, man. And who was the leader of that team? It was Isaiah Thomas. He was the best player on the best team. You know what I'm saying?
what
But he
I
was the
just
best player on the court.
I look at it like this. I don't think that Steph Curry could come out and say that head to head he dominated LeBron. LeBron wasn't competition. Like that would sound stupid. To me,
I mean, but when you think about it, the every Golden State team, like
that,
like you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like they dominated them people. You know what I'm saying? Like it happened. But I think with the beef that we know exists between Jordan and Isaiah Thomas, I do think it was blown out of proportion because there's no way it was a head to head thing. Because Joe Dumars checked it most of the time, didn't
Yeah.
Joe Dumars checked the most of the time. Joe Dumars got the first Finals MVP.
he? Man, they
that's,
found
that's,
Joe Dumars from Nashville, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? So they
Hey,
brought him
that's
shout out
in,
to Joe
man.
Dumars.
that boy
Shout,
over.
hey, shout out to Joe Dumars putting that Pistons team
I
together, man. That
mean,
2004 Pistons team
that
together.
2004 that draft pick wasn't great, but
Terrible.
horrible, horrible. There's
Hey,
no
yeah,
way he
yeah.
thought that was a
Hey,
good idea.
They should
yeah.
have took my dog Miller, man. They should have took my
You know
dog
about
Miller.
the mofo Pistons. She'd by three, Nick.
There's no way he thought that was a good idea. He could not have thought that was a good idea. But
Hey, but what you think about it, Justin? Yeah, what you think
speaking on
about it?
topic, obviously being a young dude, I wasn't even alive when none of this was going down. But just looking at it, just from what I know, Isaiah, from my perspective, looked like he was right because not right in the sense of Jordan in the competition. That was Isaiah being Isaiah. But then look at in terms of the Bulls, they weren't because he named like okay, he was looking at Dr. J, he was looking at Bird, he was looking at Kareem and Magic. Well, if you break down the championships in the '80s, that was all the titles. Magic got 4 in the '80s, Bird got 3, the Sixers got 1 in '84, I believe was the year, and Isaiah got his 2. So if you look at it, when Jordan was cutting his teeth, everybody Isaiah named took all the championships in the '80s. So just breaking it down from who was winning, who Isaiah had to beat, he had to beat the Celtics. He had to beat Magic. It was the famous kiss before the finals, and then they started killing each other. I mean, so if you look at it that way, Isaiah was right in terms
Hey,
of breaking
I
down
get,
team versus team.
I, I
I
get what
agree.
y'all saying. If Isaiah Thomas would have said that the Bulls wasn't competition, but the fact that he said MJ wasn't competition
Yeah, that was a
was
bit
telling
much.
me that that was BS because when MJ first came in the league, Isaiah Thomas tried to freeze him out the All-Star game. So he
And he
seen
never
he was
forgot it.
coming.
And he
He
never
seen
forgot it.
he seen MJ coming. That's what I'm saying. So he knew MJ was competition. All I'm saying is if he would have said we dominated Michael MJ and the Bulls, we dominated the Bulls, they couldn't stop us. We was the team, we wasn't looking at the Bulls. No, he made it all about MJ.
But Kenny, man, you know he gotta throw a little salt in that wound. But let's be real. MJ was the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? It was the Bulls.
To
You
be
know what I'm
honest.
saying? Yeah,
Did,
I accept that. I
didn't
accept
they,
that.
didn't they have some kind of beef about one of them not wanting to play on the dream team if the other one was on too? Matter of fact.
Okay, let's clear the air on the dream team thing. From what I know, what I read through it, it wasn't just Jordan. Jordan got blamed for it, but it wasn't just Jordan because Magic apparently had a little rife with
saying?
Isaiah. It was a few of them on the
I
team that said they
imagine
But
wasn't
the,
playing.
the biggest job with it.
It was
but
Magic that started it, and then Michael jumped in it.
I
Right.
think I think Jordan. If I this is what I think. I don't think it was Jordan's fault that Isaiah wasn't on the dream team. But I think if he wanted Isaiah on the dream team,
Oh,
he
Isaiah
could
was
have
on the
got
team.
him on the
Put it
dream
on there.
team.
Oh,
Yeah,
Isaiah was
right.
on the team because
Right.
Jordan asked the first question like, "Who's all playing?" So if Jordan would have said, "I want Isaiah," they'd have been like,
He would have
"Stockton, do me
he
a
would have been
favor,
on the team.
go go do, go ahead, sit over there for me."
I agree with that.
All right. Hey, for this last topic, we just gonna pick 5 games randomly. Who we think we're gonna win. Uh, I'm gonna go first. The game I'm gonna pick, of course, my Packers over the Jaguars. I just don't think the Jaguars got enough. I
Man,
think
don't
we.
pick that game, man. That
Don't
ain't
pick
that
that
ain't
game, man. That
that
game ain't
game
worth
like
Oh,
picking.
like
oh,
like
oh and
just like
7. Yeah, they ain't got enough. Oh and 7. Yeah, they ain't got nothing.
They did get a win. They did get one win. The Jaguars are 1-7. The Jaguars are one
everybody
and
pick
seven.
that game,
Who they
man.
beat?
Get
I
out
don't
of
remember. They beat
here.
somebody because I know for a fact that they are one and
Was
seven.
it Was it Indianapolis?
It might have been.
I don't know.
It
They
was
beat
Old
somebody
Man
though. They
Rivers.
won in seven.
They
They
won
won
in
in
seven.
seven.
Yeah,
They beat the coach, man.
The
They won
coach?
in seven.
Yeah, they beat the
that's
coach. We
shameful.
won.
That's
Oh man.
shameful. Old Man Rivers. That's shameful.
All right, Will, who you got for your game, Will?
Hold on, man. You gotta pick another game. We
You got.
not picking. We're not
I feel
picking
like
this
that
season,
game shouldn't
man.
count, man.
Yeah,
I'm picking a. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick Carolina to beat Tampa Bay, man. I think.
Ooh, ooh. I can't roll with you on that one.
I'm gonna
I
pick. I'm
can't
gonna
roll
pick
with you on that one.
Carolina. Hey, I think Teddy Bridgewater, man. He's showing me something this year, man. He's showing me that he's a proven starting quarterback in this league. And
Facts.
I know Carolina under 500, but trust me, you can't sleep on that team.
I
Like
can't rock with
I
that one.
think I think the Buccaneers gonna go into Carolina and they're gonna lose. And I
Mm,
think that's gonna officially put the Buccaneers fighting for a wild card spot instead of the division. So I got
mm.
Carolina over Tampa Bay.
I can't rock with that one, big
I
dog.
I got Carolina over Tampa Bay too, and I'm so mad that you went to that game because that's the game I was gonna pick. That just drove me.
You should have let me stay with the Packers. You should have let me stay with them.
No, brother. Everybody was gonna pick the Packers, man. Like everybody.
Nah, bro, that's like
But
a two-touchdown spread, bro. Like that's not even
yeah, bro.
like.
I'm going Packers in that one, man, because I'm a big believer in Joe Brady's play calling, but I think he's gonna keep Tampa Bay's defense off balance, and this without Christian McCaffrey. But I think Cody Samuel gonna be somebody that's watching that game, man. Cody Samuel gonna be a guy that watches receiving that ball and running that ball, man. I got Carolina winning by 3.
Okay, who you got, Justin?
In that game, I got the Bucks, and I don't think it's gonna be close. That's just me. I already
Yeah,
don't think it's gonna
yeah.
be close.
I got
That's
the
gonna
Bucks.
be
As
that's gonna be
big of a
bad.
Saints fan as I am, I got the Bucks on that one too. I don't expect Tom and AB to have another performance like that.
It,
So somebody
it's
was
not even that. Tom was with
somebody
us
got
for
to take
20
it.
years, so I grew up on Tom Brady. There's only one way you beat Tom Brady: pass rush. The Panthers have like 9 sacks all season.
and
So if you
and
can't
not
make a move,
and
that's it.
not even just Tampa Bay's offense. Their defense took that as a slap to the face. They was one of the top ranked defense in the NFL,
Yeah,
and got stumped for 38 points.
Jesus.
They're like Noodle Arm literally had his way with one of the top defense. He had too many weapons. He didn't even have to throw downfield. He just embarrassed them boys. They're gonna take that as a slap to the face. Teddy B better come on with it.
But
All
man,
right.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at the schedule and I agree with the defense, man. I think they got a real good defense. I mean, one of them games with the Broncos,
Uh,
one of them games with the Giants,
and they
he
quarterback
kind of
dance. Broncos.
You know what? I'm gonna pick a sleeper game. I'm picking Buffalo to beat Arizona at home.
No.
Yes,
Mm,
I'm
mm.
picking. Yeah. I'm not gonna pick the easy game. I'm picking Buffalo to beat Arizona, and I'm picking Miami to who they playing this
Hold
week?
on, hold on, hold on. Calm
Yeah,
down,
hold
calm
on,
down. Hold on.
Yeah.
hold on.
yeah,
Hold on,
yeah.
hold on.
Wait,
One game
okay.
at a time.
I'm gonna stick with
One
that one.
game at
Yeah.
a time.
I'm gonna stick with that one. I'm picking Buffalo to go in there and upset Arizona.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pick Arizona to beat Buffalo, just on the fact that I got Arizona winning that division, and I think Kyler Murray getting better and better every week, and so I'm just roll with Arizona on that one.
Yeah,
Well,
best
just
team win.
I'm gonna tie mine into the next pick, bro.
Oh yeah, I definitely got Arizona in that one. I definitely got Arizona in that one. Kingsbury took the ball out of Kyler's hands a few times on 4th and 1s. I don't think he's gonna do that again. So I got Arizona on that one.
All right, well, that game, man, I'm with y'all. I got Arizona over Buffalo, right there. And I think you're gonna see a big game from either Isabella or Christian Kirk, because you're gonna have Trey White on Hopkins. Not saying
Yeah.
Hopkins will have a great game, but whoever you got on the other side, they get cooked. They're getting cooked by either Christian Kirk or Andy Isabella, man. I think Arizona makes a statement and beats Buffalo, and that's gonna tie right into the Rams upsetting Seattle.
Ooh.
All right. Justin, you go pick the next game.
That's the next game.
He
That's
did the
the
next
next
game.
game.
Rams in Seattle.
Oh, oh,
That's the
who
next game.
oh, Rams in Seattle.
The Rams
Oh, oh,
in
oh,
Seattle, man.
oh.
Ooh.
Rams
I'm
and
gonna
Chiefs.
go. I'm gonna go with Seattle on this one. I don't think they lose. I don't think they lose two in a row. They got embarrassed by Buffalo last week, huh?
Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah,
hung
yeah. The
44 on
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah. Buffalo on the West Coast. Buffalo on the West Coast record, man. I got to go with him.
Man, I'm telling you what, Justin, man, you come out there quarterback, I play tight end, and y'all two play receiver. We can score on Seattle, man.
We probably could. Yeah.
Man, get out of
we
here, man.
we scored at
Cooper
least three
Cup got
touchdowns.
200 yards on them people, man. Get out of
All right.
here.
Hey,
All right. What game we
quick
doing
side
now?
note. Hey, quick side note. Petty, you want to tell Kayla Red about Patrick Mahomes being MVP right quick?
No, man, because MVP phase is still wide open, man. It's gonna. We got what? How many more weeks of football left? Nah.
Eight.
Eight,
Mahomes, yeah,
7.
Caleb Red, yeah, he was dominant when I had Mahomes at number 3. Boy, still got what, one pick all
Yeah,
season?
yeah. He's a
He got,
25
yeah,
and one
he
right now.
yeah he moves, man. Off a Super Bowl win, mind you.
That's
Y'all
crazy.
know how many quarterbacks we done seen live up to the Super Bowl hype right after the Super Bowl, come back with a possible MVP type season.
It definitely
Aaron
wasn't Joe
Rodgers.
Flacco.
Aaron
It definitely
Rodgers.
it definitely
Did he
Aaron
wasn't Joe
win?
Rodgers.
Flacco.
Did he
Aaron
win that?
Rodgers.
Did he win that
He,
MVP?
yeah, he won the MVP the next year. They went
He
15 and
won
one.
MVP the next year.
Yeah,
Man,
Aaron
World,
Rodgers.
World
Okay,
number 10 years,
okay,
man.
that's one. Okay,
World
that's
number
how
10
many.
years
That's
ago,
one.
man.
How many
Number,
NFL
number 10
cornerbacks have
years.
we had? Yeah, he threw that one in quick. A-Rod.
I'm pretty sure Tom Brady did it too. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady did it.
I know he won MVP in 07, 10, 13. But
No,
it was all
he won '07, he won 10, and then he won like the year they lost to Philly. The year y'all lost to Philly.
yeah, because of Foles, because a boy got hurt. Carson Wentz got
So,
hurt,
so
Yeah.
they,
and he took it
did
from
they
Wentz.
did they win that? Okay, so yeah, he won what, 7 and 10? Did they win that Super Bowl the year before either one of those?
No, we did not.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay,
Mm-mm,
so that leaves
mm-mm.
A-Rod, one quarterback out of many, and that's not to say Mahomes will win the MVP, but he's having one of those type seasons. And looking at the rest of their strength of schedule, it's pretty much a cakewalk from here. It's up to, it's like you said, it's up to him to lose.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. It's his to lose. But who you pick for Seattle in the rounds, Petty?
Hmm. I got to go Seattle on that one, bro. I I expect. I don't, like you said, it's just like that. Like I said about that Tampa Bay loss, Russell gonna take that one to the face. I don't expect him to lose 2 in a row.
I'm on
Not with the numbers he's putting up in the season they have, and I can't. It's kind of hard to go against him right now.
But look, I agree with that, but it ain't gonna be up to us. It's gonna be up to the defense.
I mean, I'm tripping. Aaron Donald, he got as many sacks as Carolina got this year. Huh?
He got more.
Oh, he got
He got more.
more.
You talk like you talking the whole. We talking the whole team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Carolina has
yeah.
9.
Damn.
Aaron
I
Donald
don't
got
get
nine
that.
and a half,
I
and
don't get
Carolina
that
has
deep into
9.
the no. I don't get that deep into the nose, but that's a crazy stat line, bro.
Man, see, I mean the Rams, man. Man, you know who I don't trust on the Rams? I don't trust Jared Goff, man. I just don't trust him, man. That's to me. If you switch Jared Goff and Carson Wentz, I think the Rams are Super Bowl favorites. That's just how I feel.
I agree. The thing with Jared Goff is
Is
he's
is it a case of right quarterback, wrong system?
no
Probably so.
Goff's probably the system for him. To be
Uh,
honest,
Hey, hey,
I,
absolutely correct. Hey, you absolutely correct. You absolutely correct on that one.
because he ran a similar system at Cal that he's running right now with the Rams, and now he's pretty much a program quarterback. So it's, I mean, I look at the Rams and I joke with my friends all the time, like it's gonna be a good Rams game or a bad Rams game, and you can tell in the first two drives. If they can't do anything in the first two drives, it's over. You might as well just go home. They're not doing anything.
Well, the thing is, I think a lot is on McVay's shoulders, man. Like you said, you could tell within the first two drives if they're not pushing the line of scrimmage and their run game not clicking, it's gonna be a bad game because you can't hide Jared Goff. So at that point, if the run game not working, your play action pass not working. So you're not getting those receivers, up the field, and you're making easy throws. Now you making this man think, and you don't want Jared Goff to
You don't want Jared Goff thinking. You don't need Jared Goff thinking about his options, please.
you don't want Jared Goff thinking too long at all.
I don't need Jared Goff thinking about anything but 5 steps, throw the ball. If he hits, just throw the ball out of bounds.
Not even a
We'll just try
five,
again next play.
not even a 5 step drop, forward a baby. Get that thing out of there.
All right. Hey, so who turned the next? Hey, we're gonna let them pick the last two games since they the guest debaters. Go ahead, Justin.
Just looking at the schedule right quick. Y'all caught me off guard with this one. To be honest with you,
All right.
I got the Chargers over the Dolphins. I got the
Hey,
Chargers over the
Justin
Dolphins.
Haber versus Tua.
Yeah.
Hey, hey,
For some,
this
the
go ahead.
Chargers keep inventing ways to lose games. Out of them and the Falcons, I've seen a game lost every which way this season. Uh, they keep finding ways to lose games. But something about this Dolphins defense, they got exposed a little bit against Kyler last week. If you move the pocket on them, that zone breaks up. Because Flores is running the same system that New England ran for years. If you move, that zone spreads open. There's gaps in it. So I think the Chargers don't blow this one because they've had a lead pretty much all season and they get the W.
I
Okay.
Good
can't
take.
I can't go against the numbers, man. My just because I picked Miami to upset Arizona last week, I got to go with them again. That and the fact that, like you said, the Chargers keep inventing new ways to blow the league, even with Justin Herbert being what, third in the league in pass yards a game, somewhere up there, third, fourth,
Somewhere in there. He's top
and
five in
and
passer
and,
rating
and
too.
they still find a way to keep blowing fourth quarter leads. Is that on him just not making that one last play at the right time, or just the defense being pure trash?
Combination of both.
A
It's
little bit of
Pretty
Lynn,
both.
it's
pretty
Lynn, bro.
pretty
It's
much,
Lynn.
I don't think it's A Land. I really don't.
and
No,
Miami riding
I'm
that
just talking about. I'm wasting my time.
and Miami's riding that 2-0 wave right now until it breaks down. Don't if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Miami by 3, late last second field goal. It's not gonna be a blowout. It's gonna be one of them games. It's probably
All
gonna be
right.
better than a lot of games this week.
All right, I'm
I
gonna go
got
next, Wilkes,
oh,
because
go
I
ahead,
think you got a lot to say, so I'm gonna just go next.
He trying to get something
uh,
off his chest.
Justin Herbert, Abel, he gonna win MVP. I think he gonna beat out Burrow for it, but he gonna win MVP. His team gonna win 3 full games. This the game they're gonna lose. I think Miami. I think they see that they could get in the playoffs. I think they see they could get in the playoffs. I
They
think
can
they
win the
see they
division.
could possibly win the division. I was just getting to that. They could probably possibly win the division. Yeah, I think they playing with a confidence that they never had before. They just beat Arizona. Um, so I got Miami win. I think Tua gonna have his best game of the season.
That's
Word.
a high standard after last week.
That's a hot take right there.
Oh yeah, I know.
That's a hot one right there.
Nice.
All right, Will.
About your A
bro.
Lynn, about your Anthony Lynn's stance.
Let me start by saying I'm a huge fan of Anthony Lynn. You can go to the group page. You can search my name with Anthony Lynn, and I've taken up for Anthony Lynn because I don't believe all of the losses this year are his fault. But the last act, it was definitely his fault. It was
Yeah, that
trash
last one
practice.
wasn't great. And last one.
They had three timeouts. You hear me? Three. Go watch the last 2 minutes of that game. Go watch the last 2 minutes of the game and tell me that was piss poor clock management. You got a rookie quarterback as a head coach. You got to do a better job right there. You got to do a better job right there. That's the only knock I got on him. But he's also had clock management issues throughout his tenure as a head coach. Go look at it. Go and do whatever. He's terrible with managing the clock. I hate that because I like him. I think he's a player's coach. Oh man, with all that being said, I ain't about to beat these boys, man. Listen,
Hey, and I was in Vegas when Vegas came back in last second and won too. Them boys went crazy out there, bro. You should have seen the street. I'm talking about back in.
Hey, hey, Red.
Miami,
Every time, every time you about to down somebody, every single time, and you always do this with Jimmy Butler. Be like, man, I'm a Jimmy Butler fan. I've been on that train. You could go back and look, and then you're gonna be like, man, he's not a top 10 player though.
man,
No, bro.
you gotta have a hard
Yeah, he be setting them up to fail, man. That's messed up.
Kareem had the sky hook, Jordan had the fade away, James Harden got the step back. We all gotta have a move, man. You gotta get your move. But nah, bro, I got the Dolphins, man, and I love Justin Herbert too. I've been putting that out there in the group as well. Because I found that very, very alarming that somebody posted it was some picture or something, man. I had a post in the group and they didn't have him listed as one of the guys that one of the top rookies. I'm like, how, bro? Like, that ain't make sense. You know, so I've been drinking the Justin Herbert Kool-Aid, mainly because I've been stacking him and Kenny Allen on my fantasy team, and them boys been going off. You know what I'm saying? But there's something special going on out there, in my opinion, man, in Miami. I know what you're saying, how they found holes in that zone, you move it. You absolutely right, but man, you got Byron Jones, and I think that Xavier Howard, he's one of the most slept on corners in the NFL and has
Oh,
been for the
definitely.
last few years. I'm a big fan of Xavier Howard. I think their linebackers play downhill fast, hit you in the mouth. I like that Miami Dolphins team, man, and if Tua can stay healthy, get out of the perimeter and I said the perimeter, I'm talking basketball. And boy, get out there popping and create. You know what I'm saying? I like the weapons they got too. I like Devontae Parker, and I'm a big fan of Preston Williams. Preston Williams is 6'5", 218.
Something
That's a
like that.
man. That's a grown man. You know what I'm saying? I like
Yeah.
Gesicki. I like what might get him trouble this week is I don't think Miles Gaskin playing. Right? You know, injured his
I
right
don't
now.
think he's playing this week either. I don't
And
think he's playing this week.
but a beating healthy, I think boys forget how expensive beating was in San Fran because he touched the ball in the playoffs like talking about. I like that Miami team, man. I love that Chargers team, man. But I just I don't trust Anthony Lynn in the close line. Let me put it like that. But,
All right, Petty.
Kenny Murray gonna be a dog though. Just Kenny Murray gonna be a dog. I know Kenny Murray, right?
Yeah, from
Penny from
OU.
Alabama. Oh,
From
OU.
OU.
Oh, you walked up for the Chargers, man. John Hill, side on the side, like that boy, he
Boy,
put him on.
I wanted the Patriots to get him so bad. I say, please
I,
fall a couple more spots. Just a couple
I
more.
wanted them
Just a
down
couple more.
too.
All right, Petty, you got the last game. Who you gonna pick?
Um, let's go. Do we do Bengals and Steelers?
No,
Nah, we ain't
yeah,
do
no,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that 49 Saints game alone. We're gonna go Joe Bur Joe Burrow versus Big Ben. You know me, I love pulling the long shot. I think Joe Burrow gives Big Ben his first loss this weekend.
Yeah, big
Hey,
man.
the only reason the reason that I could agree with you is because the Pittsburgh Steelers always play down to their competition.
Always. We seen that last week with Dallas.
Oh man, dog.
But hey,
Yes, yeah, yes, bro. I thought for sure Dallas had that win. I'm like, wow. And then there was Dallas.
and
But
then when
but but
Tomlin can win for it,
that 8-0 record has a lot of hidden narratives that don't reflect how close a lot of them games it was. They came to lose. Nobody goes undefeated these days in the NFL. That's the number one unwritten rule. Pittsburgh got to lose eventually. I think it's this weekend.
They got to lose
Let,
somewhere.
let,
Okay.
let's say Cincinnati by 10-13.
We
Damn.
win.
All right, what you
Yeah.
got, Justin?
I mean, I was gonna roll with Cincinnati. Then he went 10-13. I'm about to slide back to Pittsburgh. Uh, nah, it's a division game though. Just being honest, and anything can happen. I've been watching a lot of Bengals football. I like what they're doing with Burrow now. I think Zach Taylor, I think is his name, the head coach, finally getting it under control in terms of how they're going to play defense. Because Lord Jesus, they needed help. Um, Only thing I'm concerned with them about, I was just to clarify, I'm picking the Bengals. Close. I'm not going 10-13. He was a little wild on that one. But that
Okay, I've been wilder before.
hey, that's
Would
I
would
can't
you would
argue
you
with you
ever
that one. I can't
would
argue
you
with
have
you on that
predicted
one.
would you have predicted 38-3 against Saints and Tampa Bay? I predicted them to barely win by 2.
I But yeah, they figuring it out. The only thing I'm worried about with the Bengals winning is Pittsburgh's front seven, and the Bengals' offensive line is a JV offensive line in high school. So trying to get that together. But if you do a lot of quick passing, you keep Fitzpatrick out of the mix in the middle. I think Bengals got a shot. So Bengals by 3.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Here
Nah,
we go.
No,
Bengals
no,
not
no,
gonna
no,
beat.
no, no, no. You let me know the last time. You need to
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
listen. Y'all know Joe Mixon ain't playing, right?
Yep.
Okay. Y'all know who the second most hit quarterback in the league?
Yep.
Burrow.
Y'all know what team lead the NFL sacks?
Yep.
I got Pittsburgh by 13.
Yeah, y'all. Hey, I love y'all as against the Bears, but yeah, I got Pittsburgh by 2 touchdowns as well, man. I just that's
I
one of the best
mean,
defenses in the NFL. I think
I
Joe Burrow he gonna have an awakening, but Pittsburgh will lose, Petty. Just not this week though. Just not this week. I
I
don't see
think
him.
Pittsburgh probably lose week 12. To be honest with you, they got the Ravens again week 12.
Do not be shocked, bro. I'm
I
telling
mean,
you.
if they
Do
lose
not
Sunday
do
though,
do
Hey,
not
where
be
I
that
will not
where
be
shocked.
that
shocked
where
if they
that
start.
game at? Where that game at?
I'm scrolling through
Pittsburgh.
their schedule now.
In
It's in
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
In
Oh yeah.
Pittsburgh.
I didn't know that before I made my pick. Uh,
Oh yeah.
I was unaware of that fact. Thought it was a road. Oh, it's definitely in Pittsburgh. Ugh. I'm gonna stick with it though. Take integrity. You know, I'm gonna
Okay.
stick with it. I don't like it,
I,
but I'm gonna stick with
out
it.
of the last 3 teams that was undefeated in the NFL, how many of them lost their first game at home this season?
Home.
Let's see.
I can't remember who was undefeated
That
last.
was Pittsburgh, Seattle. Who else was undefeated with them? Was it
We
Tennessee?
lost to Tampa Bay in Tampa Bay.
Green
The
Yeah.
Packers.
I
Yeah,
think
we lost to
Titans
Green
was
Tampa
Bay?
Bay in
last.
No,
Tampa
Green Bay.
Bay.
Y'all was like 5-0. I'm talking. It was like 3 teams, 6-0,
And
7-0, wasn't it? It was
I
like
think the
what?
Titans was last.
It
Was
was
it
Kansas City
Titans.
lost at home to Oakland, huh?
Oakland?
Th-
Yeah, Vegas. They
Thank
lost to
you.
Vegas.
Didn't Seattle lose their first one at home too?
Yeah,
To,
Seattle lost to the Arizona game was in Arizona.
it was in Arizona. They lost their
Uh huh.
first one on the road. Okay. So we got what, one at home, one on the road. Yeah.
Yeah,
The home team, the undefeated home team. The undefeated teams always lose their first game at home. Majority of the time.
majority of the time. Yeah, they usually blow it at home because the Patriots always used to blow theirs at home against the Dolphins.
And it's always a game they have absolutely no business losing. Trap game.
Yeah, like the Dolphins. As a Patriots fan, I knew I could book a L to the Dolphins every year. It did not matter how bad the Dolphins were.
Hey,
We were
that
gonna
is
lose
a
to the
fact.
Dolphins
That is a
every
fact.
year.
That was the only game I would bet on the Dolphins with every season. The Patriots.
We're gonna lose eventually, somehow, some way. We just gonna just play horrible that day.
All right, y'all. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Make sure y'all on the game thread Thursday night. I think that's gonna be a big one between Saints and Arizona. Uh,
Saints to Arizona
It's,
next Thursday.
no, I
yeah,
thought
I
it was
think
The Saints play San Francisco, ain't it?
Yeah, the Saints got San
no
Fran next
Thursday.
week.
I'm talking about
No.
Thursday
Next
night.
Thursday.
Oh,
Oh,
Thursday
okay.
coming.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Saints in
Thursday night.
Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a
Saints in
Ugh.
game.
Arizona.
Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah,
a
I got it.
Yeah,
game.
that's Thursday.
Yeah,
Yeah, Saints in
yeah.
Arizona.
Oh, I'm about to
Who's
be
hosting
all
that thread?
in the game thread.
Who's hosting that?
What?
I don't
Saints
know.
fans gonna hate
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
I'm about to
yeah.
be
I'm
I
all
telling no.
might,
in the game thread.
I might get Wilt to do it. I might get Wilt to do it. I
Nah,
don't know.
no, sir.
No,
I'm about to
no.
be all in the
I'll
game
host it.
thread.
I'm there. I'll host it.
Saints fans, I apologize ahead of time. Y'all
Oh,
about to
yeah,
hate
what
me.
you know, Saints lose?
Hey,
Saints
hey,
Arizona.
Hey, as a Saints fan, I'm getting ready for it. We gonna lose one of these games. We ain't got no business losing, and y'all
As
gonna give us the business.
a Kyler
It's not
Murray
gonna be
fan
us,
since he was
dog.
running around
We're not
OU,
gonna
y'all
lose
about to
that, dog.
hate me.
Saints in Arizona. Hey, but all right,
Thank,
y'all. Hey,
Arizona better find a defense, man.
yeah,
They
and
don't put
thank
the defense
thank
up there.
you. Drew
And they
Brees
can
got too many weapons for Arizona
and they
defense.
can put Kyler at corner. I heard he was practicing
If
at corner.
anything, that's gonna be a shootout, bro. That might be one of them 45-35 games right
That
there.
might be 45-42.
Yeah, that's gonna be a shootout.
And look, if Chandler Jones come out there tunnel, the more might have a chance. You know what I'm saying? Other than that,
I don't think he coming out that tunnel. I don't think he gonna make it out the tunnel.
it's over with. I hate for them to beat up on their collar like that.
They gotta catch him.
And look, put them on the drop back. Pop out.
You
all right,
gotta catch him.
y'all. We're gonna go ahead
Well,
and wrap it up. All right, Petty. It was nice having you on, Troll God. Always
it's been
nice.
real.
Always
Thank
nice
you,
to have
sir.
you, Will, co-host of the show, Justin. Hey, you young, you 23 years old, but bro, you got a lot of knowledge on your side, my dog.
I appreciate it.
We're gonna
Yes.
definitely bring you back.
Salute.
I
All right,
appreciate it.
but all
Hey,
right, but y'all
hey,
have a good one.
hey, hey, I picked that man. Like, everybody slept on that man when we was picking who the top 5 on the list. I picked that man.
He
Y'all
did
ain't
pick
gonna
me.
pick that
He
man.
did
Hey,
pick me.
hey, hey,
Y'all,
watch Will gonna be like, man, I picked Justin. I picked him in my list,
he was
he a good debater, but
But
bro, he don't know shit.
Hey, I picked that man, dog. Look at everybody list. I'm like, how
Wait.
they ain't got the man on their list, dog? Like,
Yeah. And
he
for
drove me like he drove me this week though. You know what I'm saying? Like he drove me with the same stuff this week though. He getting kind of toxic. You know what I'm saying? I want to go back on my pick.
I had to think, bruh. Y'all was doing too much about a regular season win. I had to bring y'all down a little bit. You're doing a little too much. You're doing a little too much.
All right, y'all, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. Nice to have y'all on the show. Y'all holler, y'all have a
Definitely.
blessing.
Same to
I'll be
y'all.
good, man.
all right, bro. Y'all go with man.
All right.
All right.